Hey there, surveyors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Zed City, Episode 11, Ground Survey. Why not plant a mix? I will. I will plant... Okay, so here's what I'm going to preface. I'm going to plant a mix of what gets voted on. So, I'll put this up for one more minute. Vote accordingly. So if it's like 80% medicine, I'm going to plant 80% medicine. I probably should have mentioned that I had intended. It's not a winner take all. It's it's going to be a percent of the plants. So to some degree or another, if it doesn't meet like a critical threshold, I'm not going to plant like 2 things of like rice, right? Oh, shoot. My shoot frenzies. Let's get you down to the door. So another reason to guard the door like this is if an albino zombie ever propped the door open when there's a swarm on the door, obviously they're coming in. And that will be a problem. So to avoid a situation where I get swarmed indoors, it's good to keep the door clear. And Stormguard here didn't felt done. Nope, she's going back for more. Okay, just lean in. Do it, girl. She even washed up at that basin. Lovely. All right, looks like about 30% of it is going to be medicine. 36%. We'll start planting it up. The root. Then some corn. And some hops and psychoid. And we'll leave potatoes out. Green glowing zombies are toxic ones that their blood is dangerous. Now that we have the farm, I need another colony project. We are heading towards multi-analyzer, hypothetically for fabrication, which I think is important. But if there's anything else that you want me to do, like a tree nursery, or more mining, or whatever it might be, just let me know. I think what I'm gonna do is have Guero get rid of some of these weird voids here, just to clean up this area a little bit more. Because I also want blocks, because Redfield right now is like, doesn't have anything going on. In fact, it wouldn't be terrible for Redfield to start trying to mine, but I think he'll start stone cutting as soon as there's stones to cut. Yeah, there he goes. I like clockwork. And I can also do it back here, because this is a sort of a safer area. Over here, I'm going to plant... I'm going to plant hay grass. I know that seems a little strange, but I want some hay grass. Roofs can be suspended, what, 7 tiles? I think. Is that right? 6. I think it's 6. Yeah, it's 6, right? Making you answer that question makes you vote. Unless you type SIX, whatever. I didn't mean to dupe you into voting for something that you might not want to do. I just don't want the overhead mountain to like collapse on my head. Although an overhead mountain collapsing trap isn't necessarily a bad idea to kill zombies in mass. Like, that would be a very late term goal, I think. That's a very complicated thing to build. Taking a lot of labor. But not necessarily a bad idea. Alright, Redfield. We have got critical mass out here. Take him down. Looking for specials. I don't see any. Oh, what killed you? Cougar. Okay. There's oddly not a lot of zombies that get stuck in the southeast ruins. It's probably a good thing. Does look like our rice amount is going up, up, up. And because it's, we're heading into spring, we're starting to wear more cowboy hats than, toques. I don't have restrictions on what they can wear, but it wouldn't be a bad idea for me to make sure to have more cowboy hats. And I'm going to make them out of camel hide, because camel hide is a very heat-insulating resource. What the hell is that? Red carpet? Okay. Roll out the red carpet under the mountain. Just real ruin things, you know. And it looks like you guys want viewer suggestions, so I'm going to open up the viewer suggestion box. One point of advice for the suggestion box, make sure that it's something that I can do in like 30-40 minutes to be within scope of a goal. Because if it's it takes longer than that, it's not a sensible thing to do otherwise. So we're heading into a big, steep zombie peak. But if we kill them off efficiently as they spawn, we might have some time outdoors, out of base, which would be good. And I'm just expanding some of the meat and food storage. As we farm more, we will need more rice storage. Although biofuel refining will solve that pretty quick. Don't see any specials anywhere dangerous, which is nice. And the new farms, I'm liking. I don't know why I fertilized the center, though. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. We do poop a lot, so that's not critical that I ration out the fertilizer, but we have used up a lot of our fertilizer, so I'm going to continue with the biosolids composter. The reason I stopped, however, is you can use fecal sludge to make chem fuel. Not at a particularly high efficiency, but it is possible, which is why you shouldn't completely process all of your fecal sludge into biosolids, because if you want to make chem fuel with it, you will lose the opportunity to do so. Okay, I have a ton of suggestions now, so I'm going to pause it and have you guys vote for the next colony project. Got to type them all up. So, improve bathrooms. Upgrade the freezer. Which I feel like I just did, but you can vote for it anyway. Improve bedrooms. Oh, no, that's not it. Work towards a fabrication bench. Which is honestly what I'm already doing, but we'll continue doing. Replace wood floors with stone. My choice. Make guns. Clear line of sights around base walls. Make a tank zombie trap in the north of the base. I can't extend the pier because it's deep water. I'm going to leave that out. Some of the suggestions I think are bad, so I'm not going to include those either. I don't want to call you out for suggestions, but add pathways. Yep, we'll go with those. Some of the others are... So when you suggest stuff, make sure it's not like a research priority, because we just vote on research anyway. So if it requires research... it doesn't make sense to include in these because these are like colony goals. We're currently researching multi-analyzer, which was voted on, and then any additional goals will be also voted on. Research goals. I have moved this lamp around so many times. Oh, sorry, Redfield. No stone cutting for you. They're blobbing. At least I'm not hurting for food, that's true. We did do a very fair amount of hunting, and we have very active farms. So, episode 2 of this series, I was like... I wasn't starving, but I was heading in that direction. And now it looks pretty good. So, not to call anyone's suggestion out, but one of the reasons why not to have any door but this one is any additional door that leads to the colony, zombies will congregate at. And if they congregate at that door, and the door doesn't have a line of sight where I can shoot them, it's a huge threat to the colony. So any door that we have should have line of sight to this pier, essentially. I can't expand the pier anymore because this is deep water and you can't build bridges on deep water. It's not possible. I could build bridges up this way, but there's not a lot of reason to do that. Now, one thing we could do outside of the zone is there might be a reason to have like zombie corridors. It would be a very resource expensive thing, but to have zombie-proof corridors, I'm not actually going to build this, but zombie-proof corridors like this, allowing us to travel around outside kind of more safely. But the doors, if compromised, doesn't compromise the base. So there is a point, there is a purpose to maybe build corridors around the map. If we were to do that, I would probably prioritize building corridors wide enough for a vehicle, however. So then the case, and probably one that uses garage doors, not human openable doors, so that we could have a vehicle path around this map more safely, meaning that even in situations where it's not 100% safe outside, a car could be deployed. But I would not want to do something like this. Because something like that, where it goes off to the edge of the map, is a huge, huge security risk. As zombies can spawn there and just, like, spill in. There's nothing stopping them. Yeah. Just wanted to point out some ideas. Alright, one more minute to vote in this priority. So that, the part of my face that is obscured can be visible again. But it looks like my choice is an overwhelming, due for an overwhelming victory. So far. I do have some ideas, though. Some fun ones. And I think I just demonstrated one of the fun ones. Hey, ZD. Thank you for the resub. What have you been streaming lately that I haven't caught? Because, you know, I'm not always able to catch your stuff. Some Baldur's Gate and No Man's Sky. One of these days, I'm going to have time to play for myself for fun, and I will cut my teeth on some Baldur's Gate. I've been avoiding it as if it was the zombie virus, so as to not have it be spoiled. But I'm behind like almost every game and every TV show. It's like, what entertainment have I consumed? I really haven't. So it is hard to avoid. So my current project right now is prepare to build outside safety corridors. As I just demonstrated. So I think one obvious one that would be really easy to build is one to the south. I'm going to start working on that. And in order to work on that, I need building materials. And I don't really even care about the quality of the building materials. Like, sandstone is fine. I could not care less. And then just to kill zombies around so that I can do it. But what I will plan on doing is let's lay out a pathway. Now, I think there's a very good reason to have a very vertical pathway here to cut the left and right side, let's call them hemispheres of the map. To cut the left and right side of the map to still allow zombies to traverse, but severely limit their ability to do so. So I want a 4-wide pathway, because cars will easily fit in a 4-wide pathway. A 4-wide pathway out there. But have no connection to the rest of the base whatsoever. So the plan is to have some sort of, honestly, a mega wall. I mean, it's going to be a really expensive wall. And then for now, it will just be a regular door, but planning on replacing it with a garage door. Unstable Zane, thank you for the sub. Auto door. So the auto garage door 1x4 and 1x5 cannot be built, and the reason is it leads to huge exploits. The zombies don't see the they don't automatically attack the auto doors, but the auto garage doors can be open and closed remotely. So the reason I have it disabled in this scenario is you could set up a situation where you have a zombie shocker like this that will taser all the zombies in an area, and then you can have like an auto door like this where zombies will congregate around a door like this, and then you can just close the auto door behind them remotely, and then just like murder all the zombies in a room. And that is a huge, huge exploit that I wanted to avoid. So I disabled being able to use auto doors as a result, because the regular garage doors have to be manually opened and closed. So that massive, overwhelming exploit gets effectively negated. So that's why the auto doors are disabled, because they don't require a pawn's intervention to open or close. Is a 1 wide gap enough for hordes to pass? That is a very good question. Maybe I'll have it be 2 wide as a result. I think it's easier if it just simply cancels. So something like that. The icons in the colonies is their relationship. So one is married, the pink is married to pink, and then the heart is engaged to heart. In relation with, really. Alright, doing a little bit of zombie purging. Oh, that's a Slimer. Ugh, gross. Okay, slime sucks. Now, this construction project is going to be a lot more annoying because of the slime. I think what I'll do is make myself some Molotov cocktails. If I have the cloth. It's what, 25 cloth? Yeah, I'm going to make some Molotov cocktails to be able to burn off that slime. So that I can more easily traverse around. Also meaning that this wooden door probably shouldn't be wood if I'm going to use fire to clear off slime. Because if it was wood doors, the wood door is going to constantly burn, and that would be a problem. So Redfield no longer has the shooting inspiration. I'm going to switch guns with Stormguard. She is shoot frenzy inspired. That's going to be a little bit more efficient to kill zombies. And I think we're heading into a slump. Yeah, we just passed peak now. So I am going to be incentivized to kill off some zombies so that we can actually get some of this corridor built. This garage corridor. Oh, no, it's a bear. I was hoping that the bear was eating a zombie, but it was eating a turkey. Alright, Molotovs are done. I want the Molotovs probably stored over here, over closer to the action. So I'm going to put a limestone table here, or a limestone shelf, and stick the Molotovs on it. So that we can hot swap to Molotovs when we want to burn stuff off. The odds of finding colonists is when the quest event triggers. It hasn't. It's all chance. But it wouldn't matter because we're not allowed to leave the base until I have vehicles anyway. So I'm not concerned about its frequency of triggering just yet. Oh no, it didn't really burn. It's quite the horde glomming on now, too. I may need to wake them up early. Because they're on a bit of a frenzy. Because they smelled Guerrero nearby and got pissed off. That's another thing, is you don't want to live near where your walls are. Because being close to zombies puts them in a frenzy. And frenzied zombies are way more likely to group up, move quickly, and scale walls. Holy hell, there's a lot of zombies too. Zeus, in all this break that you have from having to kill zombies with the rest of us, you better be doing research quick. These two are putting in some serious work. In fact, food break. You too? Yep, food break. Pretty amusing that we can just, like, take a food break while we murder. Murder efficiently. All right, Redfield, I'm gonna have you switch. There we go. All right, let's take a thirst break. It's gonna be hard to get that quarter in with the, well, no, I don't know. I think we can make a lot of progress if we can clear enough zombies away. Yeah, I mean, it's doable. Redfield, I'm gonna tap you again here. Move right here and drop a grenade at your feet. Another advantage is when zombies die and decompose, they produce contamination. And my contaminations are actually quite low, my levels. That's another thing that might scale up over time, is zombies become more contaminating. So right now I'm at like 0.04% contamination for where they've been dying. But burning will clear contamination. Obviously, burning is very difficult to do on the water in the lake. But that's something that we can fix later on, is with a moisture pump, we can actually remove some of the shallow water in the mud to allow the ground to then have grasses and plant matter to allow for a very efficient clearing of contamination. Oh, okay. Mad rhinos, got it. So that's another thing that we could do later on with moisture pumps, is to rig the lake up for efficient decontamination. Wish there was a zombie counter, like Zombie? Well, there kind of is. If I go to numbers... Oh, my numbers mod is not working at all. Well, if I go to information and go to records, Stormguard has killed 485, 458 for Redfield, and 76 for Zeusin. Guero's probably sitting at like a 1. No, a 0. He hasn't killed anything yet. Yeah, I don't know why numbers is broken. I'm probably using the wrong version or something. One of the reasons why Hedge Knights didn't happen last week is I was having version control problems with RimWorld. Moving stuff from my old machine to my new machine. There was some mod diff problems. They've been resolved for the most part, but I guess numbers was one of those that didn't get resolved. Oh well. Not a big deal. So we're now at 0 threat. So let's try to clear out as much as we can so that in 2 days we can actually start building the corridor. Maybe even if we're really productive, we can start clearing the corridor. Like during this 0 threat. Can you have more cameos with the Red Wife? Maybe. Oh, Hedge Knights. I wish you got more love. Hedge Knights, if you're wondering, is a RimWorld series that I run that's like way more deep storytelling if you haven't watched it, maybe warning is a weird way to say it, but one thing I would say about the series is after maybe the first five or so episodes, it gets like significantly better because it's a storytelling one that is written by me, but I was not. I changed a lot of methodologies after the first like 5 to 10 episodes, so it does get better over time. I think. Of course, feel free to like double check with people in the chat that do watch it, that I'm not just like pulling your leg there. But yeah, it's all like voice narrated and voice acted and stuff like that. It just takes a while to do. Doesn't get a lot of views, so it's a lot of effort for a little reward, but I keep it going for my patrons. Okay, we are at 0 threat, and like I'm gonna start to send Stormguard out here to kill the things that are threatening the construction project, so that I can get to work. So let's put let's add a close to home zone here to build the vertical column. Oh my god, really? 5 bursts and it's not gonna die? And then to start babysitting the colonists. The other thing is I probably should turn construction off of Guero. So anything in this corridor that is flooring, I'm going to cancel the southern section, because what I want to do is I want to remove the floor first for material. Also, vehicles can't enter overhead mountain tiles, if you're wondering. So you can't tunnel. I don't know why it's coded that way. It just is. I just figured I'd mention it. So you can't just like build a tunnel like here, tunneling out to the edge of the map, because they won't enter overhead mountain. It's probably like a balancing mechanic. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's like, hey, that would be carbon monoxide poisoning. I don't know. I'm making things up, but that's just the way it works. All right, Guero, no more stone cut. We're good for that for now. Now is the time of building. So fireproof door, it's not a door that really needs to be opened all that often. And I'm not concerned about zombies going in it. So I might just have it be a sandstone door that it's propped open as a result. It's also one of those, it's also a corridor that might be in my advantage to, well, this one's awkward because there's a steam geyser here. Shoot. You know what? Change plans. If I ever want to use that steam geyser, having the steam geyser like smack dab in the middle of the road is going to be a big honk problem. And I might as well just suck it up that I've laid some walls down that need destroying now for the benefit of a steam geyser later. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So, change plans. We're going to go around the steam geyser. And go down like that. A little weird, but you know, I think it's best to have the option of steam geyser power later on. Hope y'all agree. Also, where'd my music go? Where's the closest zombie to me? Oh, man, they're really far away. Nice. I don't have to worry for a bit. Can I use the steam geyser to damage zombies? No. They're not heat. They're not killed by hot temps. Don't forget the floor removal. Good point. So it's one of those that it might make sense to have this all be steel floored or roofed up sometime in the future, so that plants can't grow here. Because if trees grow here, it blocks. It would block the vehicles, and that's not good. Obviously, I don't want to block the cars. So we'll probably want to concrete it up at some point once we have a lot of concrete, or a lot of steel for concrete. And probably not wood floors for reasons. Also get rid of the chunks that are in there. I'm gonna put the chunks here for now, just so that they're stone cuttable for later. They're closer to the entry way. Steel wall do burn, but steel flooring does not burn. So I would put steel flooring in here, obviously not walls, so that we don't burn them. Multi-analyzer's done. I'm just going to commandeer the choice here and go to fabrication, because I think that is more important than really any of the other choices. So Zeusin, start delivering for the multi-analyzer. And also Guero, I'm going to have you go for that gold. We currently do not have any zombies in it. There's a few zombies here. Well, there's a headless or head floating zombie. That's pretty trippy. It's Jerry from Graveyard Keeper. come to attack us. Move the top wall 1 quarter up. Yeah, I could do. Just like that. Have it be a little wider, too. We're still at 0 threat, so there's some sandstone over here that I could grab. That would be good to grab. Is there any other sandstone blocks? Not, there's some here. Yep, so there's some blocks there. And then there's a few here, but that's not much. I'm just looking for, like, if I don't want to have to stone cut. There's some here. So if I don't want to have to stone cut, I'm going to go fetch them. Cheers, by the way. It's the quantum flammability of steel, yeah. Steel floors don't burn, steel walls burn. It's... From a game mechanic standpoint, it's an obvious game mechanic to... Oh, that tree died anyway? It's an obvious game mechanic to incentivize stone over steel for walls as a balancing mechanic. Like, I kind of get it. It just is weird. Right? Hey, bud. In fact, I'll make this symmetrical. I'm gonna do it right. Alright, we do have some zombies hovering around the dock, so I'm gonna need to do some dock clearing. And we're heading towards a 26 threat. But fabrication research is gonna be underway in a minute. Which is awesome. The other thing that might be smart to do... Whoa, Zeusin, Jesus. While threat is low, is to break stuff down that has components out here and haul the components back, because I basically don't really have components for a fabrication bench at the moment. Like, I just have enough, and I don't... Any maintenance to any parts that break down will be a problem, so... So yeah, I'm going to turn off all the heaters that don't need to be on, as heaters that aren't even heating but are currently powered on could break down. And then maybe head to some of these auto doors and solar panel during the lull where there's not a lot of zombies to get as many components as I can get, so that I can actually build a fab bench once I have the research done. I figured I'll let them party, because attending a party is a nice little boost to mood. Which is funny, because they're, like, starving. Okay, Storm Guard. Fix your hygiene. And come on down here and hunt. Actually, there's not a lot of zombies around here. There's a few, like, up here that I'll kill. But we're pretty safe around the build area. Does black sludge affect zombie movement? I believe it does. Don't quote me on that. I've never, like, measured. Alright, there is a zombie up digging there. Let's kill it real quick. So we're at 22 threat and climbing. And I'm getting a bunch of floating head zombies, which is weird. I'm going to have her fetch the sandstone while she's out. Because there is a kind of a lull in activity. Alright. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Zed City, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 8th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow zombie slayers,